All right. Hello, everyone. Happy Thursday. Thank you all very much for coming out. Much appreciated as always. Hope you're having a good week. So, before I get distracted, good afternoon, Veronica.
Good afternoon, Gimpy, and hello everyone. Have a great stream.
Okay. And hello, in chat. Hobo, Rose, Hurricane, Vook Rules, Lurkers, other
Your
people.
next break is in 1 hour.
Happy Thursday. So, anyway, so we do have a little bit of time. Well, we have a little bit of time to kill with what is it? The season of discovery for World of Warcraft Classic. For the record, I've not played World of Warcraft at all for 3 years. How do I know that? Because when I went to restart my account this morning, they tell you the last time they, charge you for a sub, which was almost 3 years to the day. So yeah, it's been November 2020 since the last time I played WoW. So that's how that works. Why are we playing this? I don't know. It's Hurricane's fault. Hurricane is the one that pointed this out to me. Although, to be honest, I've actually been getting an itch lately to play World of Warcraft because I haven't played it in 3 years or so. And for some reason, I've just been getting... I've been thinking about I should play WoW again. It's been a while. And I do actually like the game. I just haven't played it because, I don't know. Originally, I stopped playing because I just got burned out or got distracted by something else. I think it was actually... Let's say I started playing when it first came out back in 2004. Played it for 3 or 4 years. Stopped sometime after Cataclysm came out, which I believe was the fourth expansion. I don't know what year that was. Took some time off from it, started playing other stuff, that kind of stuff. Went back to it here and there. Just the way it works. Why did I play it in 2020? Mainly because I think 2020 is when they first started with the Warcraft Classic, I think. Right around that time. It has to have been because I remember playing Classic back before COVID came out, so that had to be it. I think it actually came out in 2019. Classic came out in 2019, maybe? Or was it 2020? No, I don't think it was. Was it? I think it was pre-COVID. Anyway, doesn't matter. We're playing it today, and just to it's a little different. And like I said, I've been getting an itch to play it, and with the new stuff coming out with this season of Discovery, which sounds interesting, they're basically taking a different look at classic WoW by adding some stuff, and if their little video that they put out whenever it was discussing what the Discovery stuff is supposed to be, they're basically just trying to give Classic a new point of view, basically, or going back to what Classic really was way back when it first started, when there weren't guides. You just couldn't go to any web page and find anything you needed, or there were mods out there, to help you basically just find anything you want whenever you wanted. So they've added, this new stuff in here, and I think they specifically didn't let the general populace get access to it because they didn't want all the cheats out there the second it was released, or even before, which is supposed to be happening here in roughly an hour. And so it'll be interesting to see what it is, and I'm looking forward to it, actually. And then earlier today, I was actually going through my different characters that I played over the years and stuff, and it's amazing how they changed the game, from Classic to modern day, live World of Warcraft. It's interesting to see the changes and the stuff that they've done. Like all the original characters that I have on my main account, right, is it seems like with every new expansion they do, they change the max levels for characters, because really the last time that I really played a lot of World of Warcraft, I had like a dozen characters that were a level 70 to level 80, in that range, somewhere around there. Go to look at them today, and they're all down in like the 40s or something like that, or at least all the ones that were the higher level ones. They're all, their levels are all messed up, and they all have little buttons on them to, get updated gear and all this other fun stuff. And it's like, okay, and I haven't done any of it yet, but it seems like every time they put out a new expansion the last few years is they screw with the way levels work and whatever. And I after a little bit earlier, I was thinking about this as well. Is I don't remember what the exact reasoning why they did it, but the more I think about it, I think it's because in World of Warcraft, the type of game it is, the higher and higher level you go, the more ridiculous everything gets as far as how easy it is to kill trash stuff and how difficult it is to kill the bosses. Mainly because the characters get so they get so many hit points and they do so much damage, all this stuff, and they can just basically walk through anything that's really low level and just decimate it, right? And then they go up against a boss, and that if that boss doesn't have millions and millions of hit points, it's no challenge for a group of 10 to 20 characters. How many big raids are supposed to be these days? So they came up with this idea. It's like instead of having going to level 100 or whatever, is they say we're just going to cut everybody's levels down to more manageable level, so you don't have tons of hit points, you don't do tons of damage, and the bosses aren't don't take an hour or a day and a half to kill because they've got so many hit points. Hopefully that's the way they're thinking, and as based on what the characters look like, I think that's what the general idea is they're just trying to make the game more streamlined, I guess. Again, I haven't played it in 3 years, so I may be totally making this up, which I sort of am, because I'm just guesstimating on what their motivations are and what their end goal is for what live WoW. Just to be clear, this is for live WoW, not necessarily for Classic. Classic's a different story, because Classic is when it first came out, it was just the original game, and now over the last 3 years, or at least since I last played, they're actually up to the third expansion or second expansion. Yeah, because they do the Burning Crusade and now they're Wrath of the Lich King, and which is probably where basically WoW starts going downhill big time. After Lich King. So, is WoW still alive? Yes, it is. It is very much still alive. That's the funny part. It's still one of the top stream games. It's still one of the top streamed and watched games on Twitch. So, it's hard to believe, but it is. Because every time I go looking at it on the Twitch page and stuff, it's still listed as one of the top viewed games. I think, what was it today? How many people are watching today? Over 150,000, something like that. I forgot to even look. I remember when I was setting my title up, it tells you how many people are streaming or how many people are watching. Currently, according to my page, if I change the title, there's 165,000 people watching World of Warcraft right now. 165,000. I'm going to guess that's somewhere at the top of the list. Just a guess. Without looking, I'm going to guess it's top of the list. So, why is it so popular is a real question. Why is it? And here's another funny part too, is WoW came out almost exactly at the same time I was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis. That's not a joke. I'm not making that up. WoW came out in late 2004. I was diagnosed in November of 2004. So it's been almost 20 years since WoW came out. And it's still going strong, I would think, for the most part. I mean, it's not as big as it used to be originally, but it's still pretty big. Half of them watching streamers play hardcore and hoping they die in a dumb, entertaining way. Yeah, that's what that's hardcore is, hardcore. Which, if you want, I think I made a character earlier this morning, and no real intention of playing it past other than making sure everything was working. Seeing if I get to, because I have to relearn how to play the game a little bit, which buttons to hit, that kind of fun stuff. So it's got to relearn some things here. It'll be entertaining, I'm sure. Was the release of WoW correlated with their MS? No. It was. What was the actual release date for WoW? What was the actual release date? Dun, dun, dun. November 2004. So, so yes, I was basically playing WoW when it was released. Or sorry, I was diagnosed at roughly the same time as WoW came out. Is there a correlation? I don't know. Is there 20 years? I don't know. I wonder what's do they have actually? Is there an actual specific date? Release date was November 23rd. So basically, WoW came out approximately almost. Yeah, it came out a week after I was diagnosed. My diagnosis, I think, was on the 16th or the 17th of November, and my diagnosis being actually the doctor telling me I have it. The whole process before then was a whole about a month long and stuff between going to see doctors and getting an MRI done and that kind of stuff. The day being told I have MS, I believe, was November 17th. Could have been the 16th. I forget what day it is exactly, but so roughly, same time as WoW coming out. So I don't think you can blame WoW for me getting MS. So that's fun. It's a fun little bit of nostalgia or trivia. Who was diagnosed, or what happened first? Gimpy being diagnosed with MS, or World of Warcraft coming out? WoW is older than you two. Really? Oh, it's right. No, it can't be right. That doesn't seem right. That doesn't seem right. No, it says YouTube is only 18 years old. Wow, I thought YouTube was like really late 90s. Huh. I honestly thought YouTube was older than that by a good almost well at least 5 years older than that. Shocking. Shocking. So, anyway, what else? Even the EU launch of WoW was before February 11th, 2005. Really, it took them that long to get out to. Well, that's only 4 months, but still, that seems odd. That it took them 4 years to get it out to the EU. That seems odd. Why would that? Why would it take so long? Why wouldn't it come out worldwide? I get well because they weren't really. It wasn't really. It was highly anticipated. I know that. It was very
Maybe server testing?
maybe. I'm just thinking maybe because the server farms weren't really in place yet in that time period. I'm thinking they weren't.
I remember at the beginning they were in Paris and we had an open EU beta at starting at Saturday the 6th of January. It was a Saturday. I was at the birthday of my friend who has birthday on that day and we heard the rumors. I came back late at 1 a.m. in the morning and the servers went up at 2 a.m. I played for about 3 hours. My paladin from Northshire made it to Goldshire, accepted the quest. The servers went down. 4 a.m. in the morning. I sat in front of my PC till 2 p.m. on Sunday when they came back up.
Repeat after me. I do not have a problem.
And I think the open beta was up for a week, and the weekend after the first weekend, the middle of January, end of January, was a big event. What was invading? I think Frost Giants, Stormwind went down, nothing went. We had a slideshow.
You know what's funny is everything you're saying is the same thing we experienced in the end of beta here in the U.S. for WoW and stuff. It was because at the end of beta here in the United States is they started letting a lot of people in to test, last minute testing, stress testing, that kind of stuff. And man, things just it was so much fun. As in, like you'd go up to try to mine something, and you're thinking you're mining it, and all of a sudden it just disappears, right? But you don't get anything, and you go running away, you run around, you turn, and then you turn back around and go, oh, there it is again. So you go back, you try to mine it, you get the little mining sounds and stuff. Nothing happens.
Yep,
and,
yep.
and it was just like, oh god. And then when you go through, you could tell when you're going through the zone borders, because you think saying you're going from the original Iron Forge zone over to whatever the name of the one next to it is, going through a tunnel, and all of a sudden the screen just stops, and it's just like, oh, what's going on? And then if you're playing with somebody, which I was, and they're going, you just went disappeared. I went, okay, and I turn around and it's like there's nobody with me anymore. That kind of stuff. And then you wait a couple of seconds and it's like everybody's back and you're moving forward again. It was so bizarre, everything that was going on, and it was all because of the stress testing, and it was an adventure. And then of course then the server crashed. That
Yeah, I
kind of
think
stuff
that
too.
at that time there was no instancing, no layering, no.
No.
If you were in Ironforge, you saw everyone who was in Ironforge.
Yep. Yep. And that's why it was what it was, and that's why they've worked so hard to get all the instancing done over the years. And what was it? Lich King was the first time I really saw that in action, and that was really cool. But it almost ruined the game too, in to the fact that you would you'd log on to play with your friends, but because of the layering of the instances and stuff, they didn't always end up in the same instance, and it's like, it was a pain. But eventually they've worked it out, and it's obviously much smoother than it used to be. But because what Lich King originally is, what, 2006, 2007, something like that, maybe 8 or 10, I don't remember. It's been a while. But
I think first weeks of Kata was late 2008.
okay, so yeah, it's amazing how much progress the game's gone through, and it's funny is the graphics. I don't think they've upgraded. They've changed the engine, but they've definitely upgraded the graphics and stuff over time. They look much cleaner than they used to, for the most part, except for the dwarf that I made this morning. And it's like, I don't remember dwarves being this ugly. It's just like, why are they so ugly? So
So I think the favorite quote from playing Westfall with me from my best friend is, I started the beta and the beginning of WoW with a really old PC. I think I have to turn down everything to the lowest, really to the lowest. And I think it was about level 20, 25, finishing Westfall, and I was on the Griffin, first flight from Stormwind with my new PC, and he can't get it out of his mind as I said into the microphone, "This is Westfall?" Like the grass in the wind, all those details you never saw with a potato machine.
right. Yeah, I never played WoW with a potato machine, so I didn't have those experiences. I mean, even because, like I said, it's like when the game first came out, I actually had a newer PC at that time. I had just gotten one, not for WoW, but just because it was that time, and so it wasn't a clunker, and it handled it really well, really well. But then, over the years, and computers changed, and coming back to it last year, or not, sorry, last year, 3 years ago, with the not really new computer, but still it was able to handle most of the graphics and stuff for the most part. Not top, but still above midline for the most part. Because again, they really haven't changed the engine. They just put some more stuff in it, as far as detail and that kind of stuff. But the actual game engine itself, I don't think it's changed. Which is
It's
kind of
ray tracing
impressive.
sunbeams now.
Yeah, I noticed that earlier today. It was pretty wild. It's like, I don't remember it looking like this before. But it was just like going into the settings, just go, oh, let's crank it all up and see what it looks like. And, oh, look, my computer handles it. No problem. Good, better, that kind of deal. So,
Yeah, I had a cycle of about 3 years. I got my first PC in 95, the next one in 98, and I think I still had the one from late 2001. I was about to upgrade, and I thought, hey, wait a bit. I think there was a new graphic card series coming out, and I played WoW on the old one from 2001 with maybe a little upgrade. That was the potato.
that's not too. Yeah, it's like I was trying to figure out what the resolution was back in 2004. I couldn't decide if it was 720 or 1080. I think it was I think it was 720 because I think I played. Did I have a 900 pixel widescreen? I think at that time. I'm trying to remember if I did or not.
I think I still had a 19 or 21-inch CRT.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out too. Is like, did I have a CRT or was this when I was moving to LCDs when WoW came out? I couldn't remember because I had for a while I had two PCs and one was a CRT for a long time. That was my clunky business computer, and then I had my gaming computer, and that had a CRT for a while, for a long time too. But then I switched over to I think it was a 19-inch LCD, and I can't remember when that was exactly. Was it a 19 or was it an 18? It had to have been a 19. I think it was a 19. But yeah, memories. 20 years ago. That's the funny part. 20 years ago. So, but got a half hour to kill still. I guess we can take a look at stuff. You got
Yeah, the seasonal tab on the server list is gone.
Oh,
I don't know if you saw it earlier today. There was the classic era tab, the hardcore tab, and the seasonal tab. The seasonal tab is gone now.
is it? No, I don't. I'm looking at.
It had two placeholders with streamer server and how many letters can fit in the description ...
Okay. So. Stuff. Games.
You need to get up and step away from the computer. That was really bad.
Games changed a little bit in that time? Oh, yes, that's changed a little bit in that time. In 20 years, it's changed just a little bit. Let's see. So on my launcher, all I see is... under the Warcraft Classic, it's hardcore or...
Yeah, it says hardcore on the top, but if you launch into that and go to realm list, you have two tabs now at the lower, the classic era and the hardcore.
I don't even look at that stuff usually.
And there was a third tab till this European afternoon, so about 4 hours ago, there was a tab seasonal.
Tab under the realm list?
Yeah, if you go and change realm, and in the lower left,
yep, I see it.
there was a third tab seasonal, and we're waiting for that to come back up. And rumors have it there will be 4 servers. An RP PvP server, and PvP server with Alliance naming, and PvP server with Horde naming, and the normal PvE server.
So is this supposed to be hardcore or is it classic?
We don't know if there will be hardcore season servers.
Okay. Because it's say on the hardcore I see 2 servers right now. In classic there's tons of them.
I heard Skulk Rock is West Coast based and Defias Pillager is East Coast based, is the rumors I heard. I played a little bit on Defias Pillager.
Okay, and those are both hardcore, so...
Yep.
Okay. So this is the... How do can I play a Pagel? Wait, that's not right. This can't be right.
Maybe there was a server fusion?
No, I was on this earlier, and... Oh, maybe it's just the one... I'm confused. It's totally confused. Oh, do we have voice in WoW? Or am I looking at something else? Oh, it's...
You mean
it's Discord.
In-game voice?
It's Discord. Discord overlay is showing up on the game. My upper left-hand corner, it's not showing up on the stream, so that's fine.
Yeah, I have it too.
Okay.
Never turned it on.
It came on automatically.
Yeah, well, funny, in what we played yesterday, For the King 2, there wasn't it. In WoW, maybe it's an overlay that's built into Discord to work with WoW.
Yes, the Discord will detect some games automatically and others not so much. I'm guessing it's doing WoW because it's, popular. So anyway.
So you remember the meme of the melee hunter?
Munter?
Yeah. You can do that now with the runes.
Oh, God.
There's a rune engraving to up your damage whenever you don't have a pet out, and you can buff the damage of your weapon melee abilities.
Huh. Now, see, what's funny is I'm looking at the classic era, classic era servers, and when we first started this, the server we played on was Ascandi, right? And now it got moved to Pagel. So I don't know what happened there, but
Still both there.
oh,
That's
wait a
weird.
minute. Wait a minute. That's no. Something's going on. Odd. Something's weird. Something's not right. Exchange realm. Because my character is supposed to be on Xcondi, and now it's gone. So Pagel is gone now. Now it's down here. It's not showing me. See, yeah, something's goofy going on. It's not showing my characters where they're supposed to be. Because again, earlier today they were on Ashkandi, and this new character should be on a different server, I think. Or he was on the same server. I don't remember. But anyway, hardcore. I don't have any characters. Something's goofy going on with the servers. Anyway. Goofy. Because again, I should have like 8 characters on this server, at least. Alex, I don't have anybody on hardcore. That one, we'll go back to regular Warcraft and see what that looks like.
That I don't even have installed.
We found it. Well, we have a data limitation for our internet connection, and last day of the month we have like something an extra 500 gigs this month for some reason, and just like I've been downloading stuff, so I figured I got the extra data to use. So I'll download both versions of World of Warcraft this morning. See how that goes. So anyway. So this is Whisperin server. This is the first server I played on, of course, way back when. And these are pretty much all the characters I played over the last 20 years. First character created was either Michael, Draeneth, or Kelsel. Those are my first 3 characters. So, Night Elf Hunter, Human Mage, Human Paladin. And let's see. Sienna, that's a newer one. Ish. Grashk was my Death Knight. That was my first Horde character too, actually. On this, it was the first Horde character on the server. This is a PvE server, so you can do whatever you want. It's a Death Knight. Shamara. She's actually I forget which expansion it was, where if you did all this bunches of stuff, you could unlock one of the races that you were interacting with, which are basically, they look like dark elves, but they're not dark elves.
Wasn't that Battle for Azeroth?
It could have been, I don't remember.
Allied races?
Yes, the allied races, there we go. So I went through and I just created a number of them. As you can see, they look kind of like Drow. Glowy eyes. And I just went through and they're all basically named after Mrs. Gimpy characters that she uses in other games. so that works. And actually, Ziana with an X was Mrs. Gimpy's first online character of any kind when we played EverQuest way back when. She did a Wood Elf Ranger, and her name was Ziana. And everybody called her Xena because that's what they thought it was, but it's not. Mrs. Gimby says, no, it's Ziana. It's 3 syllables, it's not 2. And then I started playing, and then I altered it a little bit and used an X or a Z so people aren't so confused. And let's see. Chimera is just another, that's just a name I made up. Sort of. Shimara, that's one of hers. And then Grash, that's mine. So all these characters. Oh, Roche. It's supposed to be Rocket. Funny story about this one is when Mickey and Rocket first got their dog licenses, and you have to, go to the city and submit the paperwork and that kind of stuff. And the person who filled out, or that printed out Rocket's name tag, spelled it with an H instead of a K. And so, as a running joke for the last 16 years, we call him Roche from time to time. And then when the what are these? The Wolfen? Is that what they're called here?
The werewolf.
They're a werewolf class, basically. They have a human and a wolf form. I think. I think it's Wolfen. I think. Worgen. Is it Worgen?
No, that's the feral ones.
Yeah, right? Yeah. These are the good ones. So I think I don't know. But anyway, it's a werewolf. And it's a dog. And there wasn't a color really that matched Mickey's coloring, but Rocket's was fairly easier. And so we just said we're going to name him Rocket, or we couldn't use Rocket because that was an unacceptable name at the time. Either it had been used already or wasn't acceptable, whatever it was. So fine, we'll use Rocket's real name, Roche. And that's how that character was created. And if we could actually get access to the classic server, the Ashkandi, is Mickey and Rocket are both characters on that server. Mickey, I think, is a shaman and Rocket's a druid. And it's actually Mickey and Rocket. It's not any, messed up names to get them through the filter type stuff. It was because we got onto the server early enough, we got those names exclusively. So that kind of worked. So they're on that server, if we could get to them. So, and these guys, I don't really want to log in because you can see the gear update stuff over here. I need to investigate that a little bit more before I start playing around with that. But still,
that's a load of characters.
It's only a few.
To this day, I have only 2 who survived on retail. But I haven't played till from, I think the last time was in the middle, no, when everyone was in the middle of the first raid of Legion. It was, I think, the expansion before Battle for Azeroth.
Oh, and I have 2 Death Knights too. Forgot about that. I have a human Death Knight and I have an orc Death Knight. Why? Because you can, that's why.
Everyone tried them.
You have to. I mean, like I said, my orc was the first Death Knight, but it's on this server, I don't have any Horde friends. All my friends are on Alliance. So if I wanted to do any type of, play with friends and still play Death Knight, I had to create a bit Death Knight over on the Alliance side and did a human female. So just to be different. So that's a Death Knight. Death Knights are fun, though. Death Knights are fun.
They're cool.
Yeah. And they're what do they call them here? Heroes?
Hero class.
Hero class. So that's Death Knight, and then which one's the other one?
Demon Hunter?
Yeah, the Demon Hunters, this one. So what's cool about the Demon Hunters? They have wings. She doesn't have it right now, but when you jump up, you do like a double spacebar press, so double jump, and their wings spread out and they glide. They don't fly, you just glide. And it was a nice little mechanic to play around with. Are Demon Hunters any good? They're okay. I didn't think there's anything special, but it was fun enough to play. And she started off, I think they all start off as Blood Elves, I think. Do Demon Hunters start off Blood Elves? I think they do. I think the storyline thing is there are Blood Elves.
I think you could, for Horde, Blood Elves, and for Alliance, Night Elves?
I think that's consistent. I don't know. Mine is the Horde, so. Yeah. Now this is my Warlock. This is when the Blood Elves came out. I made a Warlock. I didn't have a Warlock at the time, so did that. My main character a little bit, as you can see. Oh, so 60 is the max level now. It's just all these others that I see. All these ones that are in their 30s, they all used to be like 70, 75, maybe even 80. Why are these two 60 then? Because I played these in the couple expansions back 3 years ago, whatever one that was, and I played those two characters kind of through it, so that's why they're higher level than everybody else.
Yeah, both my characters are level 45.
Yeah.
At least that's what the armory is stating.
So fun stuff. So.
Yeah, my first character was First Day European WoW. 11th February of 2005. I created my paladin, Victor, human, who became, I think, in winter 2007, when the WoW shop allowed it, he became a female Draenei. Because they are badass. Yeah, and then with... Yep.
I have one too, but she's a shaman.
Yeah, that's when I first played something else. 2 or 3 weeks before Burning Crusade launch, I made a cow shaman to just look how it works, because I went elemental shaman with Burning Crusade on the lion side. Draenei, that's my other character.
Okay. And my classic characters are back now on Ashkandi. So we got Rocket, the level 56 druid. Was it Tauren?
Tauren, yeah.
Tauren druid. That was okay. Then we have Mickey, the Tauren shaman, only level 15 though. Then we have Dreketh. This is the Forlorn? Undead? Forlorn. Dreketh is a warlock. Then we have Ziana, the Wood Elf Hunter, at level 49. Chimera, the Wood Elf Rogue. Draenith, the Human Mage, which I'll probably be playing later on today. Different name, of course. Then Michael, level 7 Human Paladin. Bada made it in here as an orc, a female orc. I don't remember why I did that. And then Baron Tor, another viewer as well, doing the Dwarven Priest. And then Trolly, the Troll Rogue. Hey, Brew, welcome back. Happy Thursday. Are you going back to the crack for today at least? We're waiting for what is it called? Season of Discovery for WoW Classic to start up. It's supposed to be going live here in about 20 minutes or so. So now we're just goofing around. So who do you want to look at? Since this is Classic, this is basically what we're going to be looking at. But it's going to be different, but we don't know how exactly it's going to be different. Oh, sorry, we even have a guild here. I forgot about that. We created a guild. Because that's what the tabard is. That's the butterfly. Let's see.
So the old armory still works. I have a link to my paladin.
It works?
He who was Victor, now known as Antaro.
His name was Victor?
Yep, Victor the Paladin.
Okay.
The only feature from Cataclysm I say was missing from the beginning is the transmog.
I don't really care about that, in all honesty. I know some people do. I like having a consistent look and whatever, but I'm not so much into the appearance of them so much. And for some reason, it is what it is.
And the second one I have a little bit more playtime on, that's my shaman.
Oh, the old loading screen. And talents, that's right, talents have been reset. So, because the reason for that is because we are 2 expansions behind, technically. Because there's the original Classic, then there's Burning Crusade, and then Wrath of the Lich King. And during that process, skill points and stuff were changed. So, how does that work? That's N. And I keep trying to drag windows around. It doesn't work.
Oh, the good old talents.
Yeah.
Which expansion was it when it was just middle choice, left choice, right choice? And then a few levels later you had the next level of choices: left, right, middle. I think that was
That was horrible.
after Cataclysm.
I hated that. Yeah, it was after Cataclysm, I think. Which is about the same time I stopped playing, for the most part.
Or it was with Cataclysm, maybe.
No, I don't. Was it? Could have been. I honestly don't remember Cataclysm that much. Because it was when I was starting to fade away, because Cataclysm was not that fun for me. I have currency, Warsong Gulch stuff, Alteric Valley stuff too. So, what was I doing on this druid? I don't remember. I think Feral, probably. If I was soloing, more than likely it was Feral. It's the cost of your maul swipe and climb it by 1. Increase the attack power reduction of your demolish. I don't care about that one. Okay, so Feral Instinct increases the damage done by your swipe ability by 10%, reduces the chance enemies have to detect you while prowling. Increases the damage caused by your claw, rake, mangle, blah 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 by 10%. Increase your armor. So this is for tanking mostly. Although armor never hurts. Damage, claw, rake, yes, that's a cat thing. Increases the damage done by your swipe ability by 10% and reduces the chance enemies can detect you. Or armor. Probably end up with both of those in all honesty. Swiftness. Increase your movement speed by 15% in cat form. Increases your chance to dodge while in cat form. Yes. Survival Instincts. When activated, this ability temporarily grants you 30% of your maximum health for 20 seconds while in bear form, cat form, or dire bear form. After the effect expires, the health is lost. Or claws. Increase your critical strike chance while in bear, dire, or cat. Shredding attacks. Reduces the energy cost of your shredded ability by 9 and the rage cost of your lacerate by 1. Predatory strikes. Increase your melee attack power and cap blah 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 by 50% of your level and 10% of any. Yes. Primal Fury. Chance to gain additional rage anytime you get a critical strike while in bear. Blah blah. Your critical strikes from cat form abilities that add combo points have a 50% chance to add an additional combo point. Increase your expertise by 5 and you are refunded 40% of your energy cost of a finishing move if it fails to land. Hey Cap, welcome back. Happy Thursday. How's it been? It's been great. What's the cost? We can always come back and buy this stuff, so because I might fill out this tree, maybe. Again, this is a before Wrath of the sorry, not Wrath. Wrath of the Lich King? No, it's not right. Crown of the what is it? We'll just call it Lich King. Lich King. I think it stopped here before Leader of the Pack. I think that's the last ability before Lich King. You'll be looking for a bit? Thank you for lurking. Impact, stun duration of stun, or duration of stuns. Feral charge, that's bear stuff. Oh, and feral charge for the cat. Cause you to leap behind an enemy, dazing them for 3 seconds. 30-second cooldown. Nurturing Instinct. Increases your healing spells by up to 30% of your agility and increases your healing done to you by 10% while in cat form. Yes, please. Stun duration. Charging. Ability there. Natural reaction increases your dodge while in bear form or dire up or blah, and you generate 1 rage every time. It's a cat thing. Heart of the Wild. Increases your intellect by 4%. In addition, while you're in bear or dire form, damage increased by 2%. While in cat form, your attack power is increased by 2%. Yes, please. Survival of the Fittest. Increase all attributes by 2%. Reduces the chance you'll be critically hit by melee attacks by 2%. Increases your armor cut. Let's do that one. Might have to come back after that one. Leader of the Pack while in cat, blah blah blah. Increases range and melee critical chance of all party and raid members within 100 yards. Improves Ability also causes the targets to heal themselves for 2% of their total health when they critically hit with a melee. That affects you even when you're not in a group, right? All party and raid members. I think that helps. Not sure. Reduce the duration of fear effects by 10%. Reduces all damage taken while stunned by 10% while in cat form. That up and get down to the next thing. Protector of the pack. Predatory instincts. Increase your damage from melee critical strikes by 3% and reduces the damage taken from area effect attacks. Affected wounds. Infected wounds reduces the movement speed and the target by 16% and the attack speed by 6 lasts for 12 seconds. Sure. King of the Jungle. Oh, Mangle. I'm supposed to be getting Mangle, I think. Inflicting damage and causing the target to take additional damage from bleed effects for 1 minute. This ability can be used in cat form or dire bear. So I actually want that. Improve Mangle. Sure. Always get improved. Whether it is or not doesn't matter. I got 1 more point left. Rend and Tear. Increased damage done by your maul and shred attacks of bleeding targets by 4%. Sure. And that's that. Okay.
I just restarted my Battle.net launcher, and back in Classic it says me the login servers are full, position increased, 10. It's beginning.
Okay. Well, I can be a kitty now. A kitty with horns.
No servers are currently available.
Because they're not up yet.
No, even the whole tab isn't here anymore. The login servers for the Classic era and Hardcore are down.
Of course they are.
I clicked reconnecting, now I'm in creep position 23.
Uh-oh. So I should probably log in, huh?
Connecting, retrieving realm list, there is no currently servers available. So the reconnect button clicking commences.
Of course it does. Okay, so Classic. Connecting. Login servers are full. Position in queue 21. Estimated time less than 1 minute. But there's nothing to connect to, right?
Yep, if you're done with the queue, it will tell you no servers available. Like I wrote you earlier today, there's a difference between servers are up and you are able to log in.
Oh, I know. I know how it works.
Classic WoW launches.
We will be performing emergency maintenance and the game will be unavailable during this time. Thank you for your patience and apologize for any inconvenience caused. Breaking news. Hey, my position in queue is 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Retrieving realm list.
Uh-oh. Is that good?
Well, it stays there.
There's no list to retrieve at the moment.
Or maybe it's sending out at millions of people at the same time.
Probably.
Oh, seasonal, there is it.
Already?
We have 2 PvE, and 1 is Australian. And the other is called a realm.
So...
But they're still not
it's
clickable.
gray. Yeah,
so.
they're gray, so they're offline. So...
3 PvP servers. 1 RP PvP server. A PvE RP server. And 2 normals. 1 for the Aussies.
Poor Australians.
I mean, that's nice that they get their own servers.
I wonder why they do that. Is that many down there?
Yeah,
Well, I guess there would be, because it's not just Australia. It's New Zealand. It's that whole area of the world.
Oceanic.
Yeah, it's oceanic. So yeah, there's a lot of people over there.
You're screwed if you're playing EU. You're screwed if you're playing NA.
Yep. So, at least we have DocCam up, I think. Did I turn it
So
off?
while I have logging into game server standing here for minutes, I will hit the toilet again.
No problem. Hey, Beacon, welcome back. Happy Thursday. We're currently waiting for the servers to come up, which are supposed to be coming up here in about 10 minutes or so. So we're just waiting in line. Waiting for those offlines to go, green, I guess. Could just go hop over here if I really wanted to. It's like hardly nobody's really everybody's waiting for the seasonal stuff to come up. Nobody's really playing the regular classic stuff. Hardcore is doing hardcore stuff. And there. So, well, I think while we're waiting, I think what we'll do is just take a quick break. That way we don't have to do it at the top of the hour. And just leave it here on the screen and run an ad in the background while we do that. So, I need to get up, stretch my legs, get some water, that kind of thing, and be back in a few minutes. And enjoy the commercials.